Yo, welcome back, everyone. We're
There
back
you
again
go.
with some more baseball talk. This video is coming out a little late, but that's okay. It's coming out. So this episode, I think we're just gonna break down some stuff that's going on. We're about a week into the season, week and a half ish. It's been nice to have baseball back, man. It's been
Yeah,
real
it
nice.
Dude, and the weather here in Ohio, at least,
Whew.
has been just gorgeous for this
Yeah,
time of year in baseball. We usually don't have baseball and this great weather at the same time. It's usually baseball and fucking snow or some
yeah,
shit like that.
yeah. We've
So it's
had a
been a
few home openers that have been snowed out.
yeah.
So
So
I'm.
it's been a
Was it?
great
Was
week
it
of baseball so
like
far.
2 years ago where the Twins, like, it felt like they played one game in like the first 2 weeks of the season because every game was getting postponed because of cold
Something like
weather
that.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I never understand why they don't make like these northern east teams start out west. Like, we got interleague play and it's not in 1 month anymore like it used to. I
Right.
mean, we had interleague play this week already, so I don't get it. But nonetheless, pretty good first week so far. A lot of storylines, a lot of guys getting hurt too.
Big one I seen today. James Paxton, Tommy Johns.
Oh my god, already?
Yeah. Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, I'd seen it. I literally seen it probably about 5 or 10 minutes ago before we were jumping on for this, and I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to bring that up because
wow,
that's a huge hit for the
I didn't even see that one.
Mariners." I didn't either until like I said, like 5 10 minutes ago. I was like, "Holy shit,
Yeah, that's big.
that's rough."
Man, that guy
But that's
should
a
have never
dude
left
we
the
talked
Mariners.
about. What's that?
Should have never left the Mariners.
Right? But I mean, that's a dude we talked about that. He puts things together and he's a solid pitcher, but he's just
Hurt.
injured.
Yeah, it happens.
I mean, and this is a big injury too. And him being older, it's going to be interesting how it affects him coming back because he's in his 30s. I'm pretty sure as a
Yeah,
pitcher. So
he might be a guy that maybe looks to try to make a career in the bullpen.
yeah,
I mean, I don't know if he's gonna have it as a starter anymore. See,
I don't know. It's
did
gonna
he
be
have
tough.
Tommy Johns the last time he got hurt?
I don't remember.
Because he
It's
got hurt when
possible,
he was
but I
with the
don't.
Yankees, and I can't remember what the injury was. I
I don't
want to
remember
say it was an
exactly either.
elbow, but either way, I mean, the older you are when you have Tommy Johns, it's definitely harder to come back from. So
Yeah,
we'll see how that goes. I mean, probably the biggest name to get hurt was Tatis Jr. I
yeah.
mean, he dislocated his shoulder swinging, and I mean,
That
it looked
swing too.
painful, man. He dropped.
Yeah, he put so much into that
Oh,
swing, and when you whiff hard when you're swinging that hard. Like it's usually nicer to make contact when you're swinging that hard because you don't usually end up like that. But
yeah.
oh man, you could see his shoulder just
Ugh.
get all wonky, and he
Yeah,
just popped right back around and dropped right to the ground.
yeah. I who knows how long that. I mean, I don't know if he had any ligament damage. I haven't looked into it, but
I
it
haven't
did
seen
not
anything
look.
either. Like,
It did not
see
look
if
good.
see if they got an update. I haven't seen one. Oh yeah. Oh, so it's still the same. He was placed on the 10-day IL. So at least as of right now.
Yeah,
But I mean, a dislocated shoulder, especially in baseball, you're not coming back from that like within 10 days.
right. And who
I mean, I
knows if
guess you
it'll
could.
linger? I mean, he
Yeah,
swings hard,
that's yeah.
so we'll see how that goes. I saw Cattell Marte got hurt for the Diamondbacks. He's on the 10-day
Seen,
IL.
I've seen that too. What happened with him? What was the
I want to say it was his calf or oblique, one of those two.
okay?
Um,
I did see that late last night.
but yeah, I mean, so that's probably longer than 10 days. But baseball, they always throw him on 10-day so they can get him back whenever.
Right.
I did read that George Springer is looking good. He might not return the exact day his 10 days is up, but he's been taking batting practice, running, and so that would be huge for the Blue Jays, who
Yeah.
aren't off to that bad of a start. Their lineup does look good. It does look as advertised.
Yeah.
Um,
That's one team in the East. That's about the only one that I think I'm kind of excited for. I don't really care for the American League East too much,
yeah,
but I do
understandable.
like that team and the young core that they got. And I'm excited. I know I've probably talked about it a million times, but Vlad dropped so much weight.
He did.
Like, it's
He
insane.
did.
And I'm excited to see him put a full season together like that. Because maybe he could tap into that Hall of Fame talent he's got running through his veins.
Yeah. It's in his blood.
Yep.
I know, especially if you're playing fantasy, I mean, the Washington Nationals just started playing. Like me, I have Patrick Corbin. I haven't gotten a single start from him yet. It sucked.
Yep.
I don't know if I will. He was one of the players that supposedly had not had COVID, but was close contact or whatever. So I don't know if I'll get to use him this week, which sucks because I'm in a close fantasy game. So, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Yeah, Tim Anderson out with the hamstring.
I was going to say next. Tim Anderson, a guy I had high hopes for this year. I mean, it's just a hamstring, but that can linger.
That's what I'm hoping not. I did see today he's about 85%. They said recovered from it.
Yeah.
I don't know how they get their exact percentage with an injury, but it's at least a good sign. But yeah, I mean, hamstrings, those type injuries can be nasty and linger for sure.
Yeah. And there's always like re-injury. I mean, you see it, fucking Sterling Marte does it every year. After he pulls his hammy, he pulls it like 2 or 3 more times easily.
Yep.
So yeah, we got some big name guys dealing with some injuries. I think Kyle Schwarber's another one who's hasn't played for the Nationals yet because of COVID, because he was a close contact guy, I think.
Yeah, he has not, because that's what I have him on my fantasy team. I threw him in my IL spot because they have him listed as out for that exact reason. Much.
So, but other than that, I mean, anything that really surprised you this week? Maybe not surprised, but
how atrocious the Indians' offense is kind of looking like it can be.
I don't know why that's a surprise, but
no, it's not a surprise. But let's not talk Tribe anyways. Let's not get too biased and get into that. We could probably sit here and bullshit about them for a while.
Yeah,
but I know. Well, when we were out to dinner last night, that whole thing that came out about Trevor Bauer's suspicious baseballs being sent to MLB, which is weird. And then I was looking at some stuff earlier today. And I guess it was, and I didn't know this at the time because it was a Bleacher Report update that I'd got, but it was actually Ken Rosenthal who was pointing that out. And I was like, okay, so Ken Rosenthal is kind of taking some jabs at Bauer here.
Yeah, and actually, I don't know if you saw this on Twitter. Buzz Shaposi came to Trevor Bauer's defense today.
Did he?
I haven't seen that yet. He mentioned something about how it's funny that the most outspoken pitcher we have is the very first person to be suspected of anything. And it's instant.
I think on Rosenthal's part, it was for the clicks because Bauer's the more known personality. So if you put him in the headlines as opposed to, I'd say like, who's the pitcher for the Twins I got, but Michael Pineda.
Yeah.
If he's using it again this year. All pitchers pretty much use it. But if he were to put that headline out with Michael Pineda's name, nobody's going to really click. But they see Trevor Bauer because they know he's a controversial figure, So I think on Rosenthal's part, maybe he wasn't taking a direct jab at Bauer. He was more going for the clicks and he knows eyes are going to get on that. But it is funny too that MLB would be doing that, and especially for somebody who's basically said like he spoke out against it and hasn't. I mean, I'm sure he's used it here and there in his career, but when you can tell the last 2 seasons or so, he's really just said, "Screw it, I'm just going to keep using it all the time."
Yeah, I think we have a pretty good record of when he started using it full time. When he called out the Astros and he told the reporter straight up, "Yes, you can change your rotation on the ball, your RPMs on the ball easily by 2000 just by using a substance." And he said, "Watch my next start." He literally said, "Watch my next start."
What was when he was here with the Tribe? What was the one? It was around that same time where for 1 inning in the middle of the game he used it for 1 inning, and you could see the RPM skyrocketed, and then afterwards they talked to him and he pointed him to an article that some guy wrote about this because it was again right around the same time where he's like he's been doing this for years. He's been telling him like MLB either be consistent with it and ban it outright or legalize it and make it a standardized thing.
Yeah.
So that way it's just not this like where they choose to enforce it on teams that they want. Because like I said, when I seen this article and stuff come out last night, I was pissed because I'm like, why isn't Garrett Cole's name in this headline? Oh, probably because he's a Yankee. but it's like this dude has had text messages surface publicly of him when he went to the Yankees asking one of the trainers in the Astros organization that he needed something to help him out of a sticky situation. Like, he literally got busted like publicly for that, but it's Trevor Bauer's name being thrown out there. And he's been, again, he's legalize it or don't, and I like that position too because it's you stop this favoritism that looks like is going on.
Yeah, I mean I fully agree with it. It should either be legal or just ban a player if he uses it. Suspending people doesn't work for like PEDs and shit. It's not going to work for pitchers using that shit. Especially like Bauer says, guys who barely pitch or who are mediocre with it, you're not going to be able to tell. And like we watched a video where he explained if a guy uses this stuff in the minor leagues and you're going off his career numbers, you're not going to know. His career numbers are with this substance. They're not with being clean, you know? So, and I agree with, I mean, Garrett Cole is a perfect example. That guy started off, he has talent. There's no doubt. I mean, he started off pitching great. But man, I mean, I can't believe that the Pirates destroyed him that much that when he went to the Astros, all of a sudden he was a Cy Young, like competing to be the best pitcher in baseball. I don't see it. I really don't. He always had the fastball, but now his fastball moves. That's something I've always paid attention to. It's the same thing I would always give Danny Salazar shit for. Danny Salazar could throw harder than any starter in the league. He threw it straight. And I always said he's never gonna be at that elite level because anybody can hit a straight fastball. I don't care if you're throwing it 105. They can catch up to it. They're fucking major league hitters. But all of a sudden, when you're having move, like that's why like guys like Dustin May who are coming up with a fucking 90-mile-an-hour slider, it's like holy shit. Like, I mean, some of these kids are, and maybe these kids are using shit like that from the get-go, and that's just they learn to pitch like that. We don't know. I mean, I agree with Bauer. Plus, he made the point where how do you know a batter uses pine tar on his bat, goes out with his batting gloves, hits his fucking glove. Oh, well, it's a line drive to third base. Third baseman catches it, gets the pine tar on there. Now there's a foreign substance on that ball. What if they randomly pull that ball next pitch? Is that on the pitcher?
You don't know who it came from.
Exactly. It's an impossible thing to prove.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables that go along with it where I think it gives a lot of merit to the kind of just standardize it. Just make it legal full round and you hear about players talk about it all the time, and it kind of goes with what we talked about with like the players getting heated and fighting amongst each other, and then when reporters talk to them about it, they're just like, hey, it's baseball.
It's baseball.
Like whenever it's brought up, you hear the players just say, hey, everybody does it. We know it. There's a reason why managers are hesitant to call it out during games, and they only do when it's like extremely blatant. One terrible example is Trevor Bauer in the playoffs. Like he was bleeding and it was kind of a bitch move, but when something's that blatant, managers do call it out, and that's the only times you really see it. So it's like everybody's doing it. You might as well make it standardized. Cut out all this this favoritism that looks like it goes on. You call it out for certain pitchers and not others. It's a terrible process.
Blood's a little different though, because then you get into like diseases and shit and
well, no, but I'm just saying, just as a matter
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a bitch move though.
I know it comes with
that one. I can understand more than Michael Conforto's bitch move. I'm sorry, that's a bitch move, dude. Putting your elbow into a strike, bitch move. You can't convince me otherwise. If you can fucking hit the ball with your elbow, you can hit the ball with the bat. Swing. Don't be a fucking pussy.
I get it, but at the same time,
no, there's no I get it. So. And he shouldn't have. He should be suspended.
Hey, the umpires, like I know we talked.
And the umpires missed it.
They did.
I agree.
They totally missed it.
And MLB really dropped the ball by not having that reviewable.
Yeah.
Why can we review hit pitch, but we can't get the call right? That makes replay completely irrelevant. We can look at it, we can tell, but we're not allowed to make that call. That's fucking retarded. NFL runs into the same issues.
I know we kind of talked about it too. So that's in the rules again, because it's trying to get like what they can rule on. Now, hit by pitch, they can review.
You can review hit by pitch. You cannot review interference of hit by pitch.
And that's why they have to just call him safe or whatever the hell.
The only interference they can review is catcher interference.
Okay.
And that is not when you're swinging, but that's like crowding the plate. That stupid ass rule.
Yeah.
And they have to determine that the ball brought him into the play.
Okay. So I would imagine then that they'll probably go over the rules and issue some type of clarification on that where though I would imagine, I don't think they've released a statement yet about it. I haven't seen anything. But I would imagine they'd come out and say, I mean, you could clearly tell the umps blew it.
Yeah.
But I would imagine they'll change that ruling then. Oops.
You would think so.
I would think they would.
But it's kind of ridiculous that it's not like, oh, interference. That's a pretty bang play. We should probably make that reviewable. In all situations. I mean, at second, at first, I mean, all situations. Why is that not? Why can the umps go there, look at it, say, well, yeah, we fucked that up, but guess what? We can't change the call. I mean, that ruins the game. That ruins the game.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, it's a bitch move. I don't care. If you're trying to win a game like that, you're a fucking pussy. I don't want you on my team. You're a bitch. Got nothing to say to that?
Yeah, I didn't say it wasn't. I just said he won his team a game, so.
He's a bitch. He's a pussy.
That's fine. I've never been a Conforto fan, so I'm not really going to defend him, to be honest.
Bitch move. I'm fucking pissed about it. I really am. It fucking annoys the hell out of me. I mean, I played baseball at a pretty competitive level. If that ever happened to me, or if my teammate would have done that, I would have bitched him out. I don't care if we won the game. That's a bitch move, dude.
Yeah.
Win the game with some fucking dignity. Like I said, man, if you can hit the fucking ball with your elbow, if you have that type of hand-eye coordination, you clearly, and Michael Conforto is a good hitter, you can hit the fucking ball. I mean, it was up in the zone and in. I mean, fucking turn on that thing. Give it a fucking ride, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, a fucking pussy and leaning into it. Take that fucking elbow pad off and lean into it, you fucking cuck. Sorry, I fucking hate him. I mean, done. Fucking Lindor is just as much as a bitch for being on his team. Should have called him out. You should have called him out.
You know, I could definitely see, maybe a more veteran player should have been like, that's not really, again, with the whole.
You want to talk about integrity of the game? That fucking blatant bullshit. I don't care about the game. That's what that is to me. I don't care about this game.
Yeah.
It really bothers me.
When I did first see it too, it reminded me when we played softball, and we'd always joke about leaning into the fucking like underhand pitches. Like this guy actually fucking leaned into it, like because
it was a strike. I mean, it was in the fucking zone. It wasn't even a close call. Unbelievable, dude. And here's my next theory. If players are gonna start doing that, I think if the catcher catches the ball like the catcher did, he should be out, just like a foul tip. You're out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty impressive to catch it off a hit by pitch.
It is. And that'll be interesting to see too if players do that a little bit more. Seeing that Conforto got called safe or whatever it would be to take his base.
Yeah, you're gonna change the rules in the middle of the season? No, you can't do that. That's even more, that's just as fucked up in my opinion. I mean, your rules got exploited. You have to deal with it now for the rest of the year. Just like the NFL. I mean, when the Saints got absolutely fucking robbed out of that Super Bowl, they couldn't. I mean, it was blatant. It was just as blatant as this. And again, we could go back and we can't look at it. Like, I don't know, dude. Replay is just, it's tough. It's a tough position. Let's get the fucking calls right, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Especially when they're blatant. I don't know why sports doesn't have an extra umpire or an extra referee literally just watching a monitor, and if we miss a absolutely blatant call, that's it. That's all this guy's job is. An absolute blatant call, we get the right call in. Buzz it down before the next play or the next pitch. Say, listen, we fucked that one up big time. And let's just eliminate the controversy. I mean, I don't know. I'm so tired of this fucking, it's a human element. Oh, fucking get off my lawn, you fucking old fuck. We have replay for a reason, dickwad.
Yeah.
The same guy who, if he was a Saints fan, is bitching about the Super Bowl, but he'll be like, oh, no.
They have wondered the same thing. Especially, like, the NFL's got the pylon cam. Why isn't there, like, cameras on the bases in baseball? How you can't put a camera in the base? You're telling me that's impossible?
I agree.
don't
I agree
understand.
with that, but dude, the pylon can is the worst fucking angle in sports.
I'm not saying it's the greatest, but it's like, and I know football doesn't give you nearly as many angles as you should either for this stuff, but it's like
It's
you see
tough
where
too,
it's
dude. Like,
like,
what are you gonna see on the bases when you got dirt coming up?
what do they see now? And they
Well,
still get
I
calls
know. I
wrong.
just don't know what that would help.
No, I just say in just ways that they things that you would think they'd probably do, even if it maybe seem redundant. There's other things out there they can do besides just cameras in the bases. I'm just not smart enough to think of
No,
what other
I
people
got what you're
can.
saying. I'm just
So it is a wonder why baseball and just sports doesn't kind of prepare for things like that better.
yeah. Like, there's probably a way to get a camera on the backside of the pitcher's mound, like zoomed in at second, so we get a good angle.
Maybe something like that.
And
Yeah, the
then at
pitcher's
first
mound.
and third by the coach's box, we could have something with a good, like a backside angle in towards the fucking. Yeah, I agree. I mean, more cameras the better, unless you're the Astros. They got plenty of cameras going on in their stadium.
And again, if something, this kind of goes back to what we talked about. If something happens where Bauer gets in trouble for the shit and the Astros still haven't served a game of suspension
Yeah, it's
or
bullshit.
anything for that whole cheating thing, it's really like, I love baseball, but it just gets tough when
Rob
you keep
Manfred's a
seeing
fucking
this
asshole,
bullshit.
dude.
He is. He's fucking trash. Fucking trash.
That does actually segue into something I did want to kind of mention. Castellanos appealed that suspension, and there hasn't been a ruling yet. I actually think we're going to see our first reversal of a suspension.
Okay.
That's my gut feeling. It's been 3 days.
Well,
I mean, usually it's a day or two, and we know. And he's hit a homer in every game since being suspended. And my fantasy team loves it. He's the number one player in our fantasy league right now. So yeah, I don't want him suspended. But
right.
nonetheless, I still, like I said before, I think it will get cut to 1. It shouldn't be any. They should completely expunge it because he literally didn't do anything. And I might give Rob Manfred some credit if they change it, even though it would be the unions, and he would have nothing to do with the reversal.
Right, but to be fair, you do got to give credit when it is due.
Yeah,
we
that's what I'm saying. I will, even though I know how it goes.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I get it. It's, you don't want to give Manfred credit, but you got to be fair.
I will.
So, yep.
I think that's about all I wanted to talk about. I don't know. You got anything else on the docket? I guess we should kind of mention that the fucking Mercedes dude for the White Sox, dude.
You see it?
Oh my god, dude. He's like a fucking phenom right now. He hit another homer. I don't know, but I picked him up though. I picked him up the first day. He went 4 for 4 when he came up, and I was like, I think Grandal's done. Because I waited till the last round to take a catcher in our league. I mean, I still got Yachty, but I mean, this dude. I mean, he's already the number 1 catcher in fantasy. He's only played like 5 games, so he started his career 8 for 8.
Another one like that, not quite setting it on fire like that, but that Akil Baddoo for the Tigers.
Oh yeah, first pitch he saw, he fucking took deep.
Yeah,
he's already got a walk off. I mean,
he's been a boss. Another dude that just kind of came out of nowhere, and I guess he was like a Rule 5 draft pick. He was a number 1 pick from who was the team too? I want to say Twins, but I might be.
I think it was the Twins. I think you're right. I think you are right. I think you are right.
The Tigers just snaked him from the Twins, and like this dude.
Just like who's the relief pitcher that the Indians have this year? Stevenson.
Who? Class A?
No. Stevenson. We got him. I think his last name's Stevenson. I'm not 100%. It starts with an S. He was a Rule 5 player that we got from the Yankees, and he throws fucking heat.
Yeah.
And he came out. I don't know if he's made another appearance, but the first appearance I saw, he came out, he struck out all 3 batters. And I was like, oh my God. I mean, he's like 28, so it's like the Yankees never gave him a shot. It's like, we'll take him. Yeah. You know? You know who else is hurt? I just remembered that Brian Haynes.
Yeah.
Fucking got hit by a pitch. Did he fracture his wrist, or is it just?
I haven't looked at it in a couple days. I'll see if I can get a quick update now.
Because he started off the season hot too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's like the only guy I'd be excited to watch on the Pirates.
Yeah, there's really nothing else on there.
Yeah, he may not return immediately after serving the 10 days. So
okay, they haven't was probably not fractured.
So
then.
He's got a little bit, yeah. And I guess it's technically his wrist.
Yeah, it's his wrist. Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like a fracture then or anything super serious.
Okay. So. Well, hopefully he gets back soon, man. I like watching these young kids come up and fucking play good. It's nice to see. Trying to think. I think another guy, just real quick, fucking Tyler Glasnow. He got hurt last year, had to have surgery. He's come back. He was going for a Cy Young when he got hurt, and I think it was 2 years ago. Maybe it was last year. The beginning of last year, he started off really hot. But man, he looks good. He looks real good.
Yeah, that is a dude that he's definitely got some nasty stuff. I could see him being a Cy Young contender for sure.
Yeah, and I still, to this day, will never understand who in the Pirates organization agreed to that trade. Because Glasnow was a better pitcher than Chris Archer when they made the trade.
I was just gonna say,
and they also gave the Rays Austin Meadows, who's like their best outfielder. So whoever made that trade is just I don't want to be rude and say idiot, but he kind of like an old school fantasy player. Oh, that's a big name, Chris Archer. That's a big name.
I guess so, yeah.
Let's trade away these young kids. We don't know what they're gonna be. We don't know.
I guess that's the angle I could see whoever was making that trade take, because honestly, that's the only angle.
What else? Yeah. All you have to do is look at one thing of the numbers, and you're like, oh my God, Glasnow as a rookie is better than Archer right now.
Yeah, Archer. There was a period of time where Archer was okay, but it was long past that when they traded.
Oh, way past, dude. Way past.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, first week's been fun. I'm sure Wednesday. When does the show come out? The 22nd?
I thought it was just April 20th, but
was it the 20th? I couldn't remember.
I thought so.
It might be the 20th because the 22nd is a Thursday, I believe. So the 20th would be a Tuesday. That would make sense. And they're probably doing if you pre-order it, you probably get it the Friday beforehand.
Yeah, April 20th.
Yeah. April 20th. So I was just going to say, pay attention because we're going to be giving away packs for the show during some of these. Kind of like we gave the game away. Sean won the game. I believe he said he's going to forward the code to a buddy because he already had pre-ordered anyway, but that's besides the point. Yeah, we're going to raffle off some packs or maybe like a code for some, I forget what they call their currency, some coins inside stubs. That's what they call them. Maybe, we'll just give away like 10,000 stubs or something. Then you can buy whatever packs you want or whatever. But yeah, so pay attention to that. And we will see you guys next Wednesday. Have a great weekend. It's supposed to be beautiful here in Ohio. So,
yep.
I mean,
enjoy the weather.
Enjoy the weather. Baseball. Enjoy the Masters. Maybe we'll break down the Masters. I'm excited about it. I'm about the only person, but is what it is.
Baseball.
Yeah. So, all right. That's it for us. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Yep.